Well, good morning. Papa Fix-It did some things to the trailer today. Hey, the spare tire cover looks good. We mounted a spare tire carrier. So now at least we got a spare for the trailer. That will be, we use for hauling around everything. And we had a couple blowouts, so we got some new rubber on the back of that thing. But that isn't what we're going to talk about. We got some new things to do. Come on, big dog. Let's go. We got work to do. Yeah, we got some other things to do this morning. This episode, Papa Fix-It, brought to you by the Dancing Hula Girl. Woohoo! Well, Papa, what are you working on today? Oh, no. So, this is our garden area back here behind the picket fence. And this last fall, this fence came down. And, of course, we had grapes. You see there's grapes here. And the grapes were growing from way past the picket fence all the way down past this windmill tower right there and hanging on this whole fence, and they kind of pushed it over. So even this section here's iffy. You can see how pushed out it is right down there. All right, so it's really pushed out of line. Anyways, we'll start here and work on this part. We're gonna pull this old fence out. I should just hire a guy. I don't know, we'll see what we can do. I'm not really looking forward to it. I really haven't wanted to mess with it at all, but we've had the biggest problem is we've had so much crap piled up in front of it, we couldn't reach it. We finally got it cleared out where I can get to it. I guess we'll start pulling it out of here. See what kind of day we can make of it. Yeehaw, Papa. Alright, let's take off the poles. Right over there. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna take off and go do posting. So, you guys, I never have anybody to film me working. But all that fence that was laying down now is gone. I had some help. I had plenty of help, but we've got it cleared back to the fence section that's still standing. And I've got some makeshift stakes in the ground showing me where my fence posts are gonna go. So now it's time to dig the post holes. We've got a nice setup, I think. We're going to put some galvanized poles in the ground. We'll use these poles, and we have these fancy clamps. They go around the poles. Yeah, and they'll hold that fence section on. So we'll set these poles in the ground, set some concrete on them, and we'll be good to go. And Nana's saying we got to get this done in a hurry because she wants me to work on her bike and get it ready for riding. She misses using her basket. She said, I think I can get her done this week. I don't know. We'll try.
Post hole number 1.
Post hole digger number 2.
Yeah.
Not sounding good.
And we removed some extra wood on the side of this great big post and had probably a couple dozen geckos take off running. Saw their little nest and all the empty eggs. Pretty crazy. Is that enough digging?
No.
Is that enough filming?
I need to get 2 feet in the ground.
Okay. We're getting there. At least the soil is soft. Fairly soft. This big old post was wrapped in barbed wire with the ends of fencing. You can see the big wide fence panels that were attached to it. This house was built in 1952, so who knows how long this big post has been here. Okay.
Alright, so let's see what we got. Yeah, we're just shy. We're about 18. Yeah. Probably drive it in 6 inches if I can get to the top of it. Yeah, that'll work. So I'll get on my ladder and drive that in the rest of the way. Well, that'll take the starch out of you. That'll take the starch right out of you. Anyways, so I can't tell. Can you guys tell? Those holes should be lined up with that last bore, but they're kind of out of line. I can see it from here now. That railroad tie is leaning in the way. Well, we're going to just make a hickey and go around it because we got to line up with this one here too. You see this, Denise? See this here pole? Yeah, I don't know how it's deep it's set in the ground, but it's stout. But see, I'm lined up with that 4x4 with this hole, and then those other 2 holes are set back a little bit because of where this railroad tie's at. We're really close though. I think we can fudge around it. So anyways, those are dug 18 inches, and 18 inches is just about as deep as you can go with a post hole digger. So that works out, and I need to be about 4 to 6 inches deeper, so I'm gonna get up there and see if I can drive them down the rest of the way with the sledge. Well, okay, I'm winded. Here's where we're starting. We're gonna line these up. Man, they're pretty good. They're not perfect, but they're pretty good. And I think I can just clear that railroad tie that's sticking up out of the ground. So that pocket. So I'm gonna set my panel in. I'm gonna set my panel in here, right? All the way to that 4x4. And I'll tie it in. I might even have to scab it, but in any case, I'll tie it to that 4x4. That's a new fence post put in last year. And then I'll tie this intersecting fence to it, and then this one's tied to this big railroad tie. It's not going anywhere. So I just have to tie a scab on here and put another fence board here to close the panel up. Yeah, that'll work. Did that make any sense? It didn't to me, and it was my plan. But I think it'll work. So this is young man's work, man. I don't like doing fences. This is why I put this off for so long. But anyways, it's looking good. Anyways, here we go. Yeah, had to prune our beautiful avocados. Had to prune the avocados back just so I could get through my gate here to put my old fence boards in the back, because I want to keep those. I can use those old fence boards for all kinds of projects, craft work. But I had to cut a big arch, and my tree's blooming, you know. And this one's not blooming, but it's under push. See these baby leaves? It's pushing right now, and I had to hack it way back. This is not the time to be cutting on these trees, but they're in the way. Well, we got through it. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. So we're letting those posts set for a minute, and then I'm gonna have to empty my wagon. I got to go all the way across the property and start fetching fence panels. All right. So what I've got here, you need to get up here close and personal with this. I've got this existing fence board that we have to tie into. So I'm gonna come back here and tie into that 4x4, but I got to make a notch in my fence panel to get around this existing board where it ties into this other fence. So that is 17, and we're just gonna go notch that, and we'll see if that'll fit. Turn it the other way, please. Thank you. So what we're working on right here is our fence panel that's going to go in that hole. Okay, so what we're working on here, we have our fence panel right here that we're going to put in that hole. And so if I was measuring 6 inches, that's right to the bottom of this rail. So I'll turn it over and we'll cut it off flush with the bottom of this rail, and it goes back 17.5 inches. So we're going to come back here 17.5. It's going to be right there. So we're going to come right, like I said before, 6 is the bottom of this rail, so I can see my rail. I'm going to just cut right across that. This is my mark at 17.5. So I'm going to cut these out, trim that one off, and we should be good to go. That's the plan anyways. You can back up now until you feel safe. Yeah. Now we'll see if that'll work. Cut. So it doesn't want to go. And now, so I come around here and I got a notch that I forgot about. So see, I'm gonna have to notch this top like we did the bottom, right? So I'm gonna have to draw this notch on the other side and notch it for this top board, and that'll come all the way in and butt up against this 4x4, and then we'll be good. So that's what we're going to do right now. Well, that ought to do it. It's going to be tight, but I think we can get it in there. And yeah, we're gonna give it a shot right now. All right, we've got this bottom one lined up to go in. The top one has to line up with that 2x4 there. Push her straight in. Push her straight in. Give her a shove. Let me go around that side. I'll be right back. I gotta go around this side. Pull that one in. Push. A little more. There you go. There we are. We're in. The bottom needs to come in some. That means you're in. Hey, okay, that's good. That's good. See how that ties in now. So I'm hitting something. Yeah, there we go.
The bottom needs to
That's yeah, but that's okay. It's I can tie this in now.
Yeah.
So I got enough fence in here that I can tie that together.
Okay.
That's the tricky part. Let's go see what that side looks like. So that side, see, we got this gap here, but we can scab that in to cover that hole. And down at the bottom, that we got to adjust that in a little bit. And see, we're almost on the pole here. And we'll tie it in. We'll tie it in. We just got to get the bottom over that way a little bit better. We might end up having to trim that off. I think mostly if we take some of this dirt out, this end will drop down and we'll be really close. Because that's what it looks like down there. Yeah, okay. Anyways, we got enough to tie it all together. It's kind of hokey, but we're good. Papa does hokey. So, we've got 3 screws in it. These are still loose, but we got all 3 sections tied in on this side. That side's tied in. We have 1 fence panel standing. 3 to go, 2.5 to go. The last one's only about 3/4 of a panel. But as you can see how those clamps work, you just set your board on there and drive screws through some of those holes to tie it together. And see, these are used panels, so I've got some cracking, but I am finding some fresh wood to tie it into. We'll see how it works. Got to put another panel up here and set it down there. I think I've got enough room to make that work. And the next panel goes to that pole and so on. So it's kind of handy. If you haven't done that before, it's kind of handy. Yep, looking good. So, 3 to go. Okay, I got 3 panels up and they look pretty straight so far. Let me show you what we're looking at. Okay, looking down this line, that fence line is pretty straight. You can look all the way down between the fence and the galvanized pipes, so it goes straight. They're a little tilted in and out because I had to knock them around a little bit to get everything to line up, but it looks good. So there's 3 sections in, tightened down. We've got this small section to go. So I'm gonna attach it here the same way, and then over here it's gonna be taller. So I'm just gonna have to scab it into this 4x4 the best I can. So let's get a measurement and we'll cut that, and then we'll try to figure that in, see how to scab it. Ta-da! There it is, guys. New fence standing. So I got three, almost 4 sections. Had to do some creative stuff here to tie this one into this 4x4, and later I can come back through here and I can put a galvanized post here and go on with more fence panels, because these need replacing too, but right now they're standing. We'll leave them up. But for today that's pretty solid. It ain't shaking on the bottom. Those are all concreted in. We're all done, and it looks good. Oh man. Well, but we got her done in one afternoon, and that helped a lot. And sister-in-law came over and helped some. We couldn't have got through it without help, but we got her done, and it's looking good and it's nice and solid. And the dog will stop leaving the yard, and the chickens won't be able to get out of the yard. So that's always good. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and share this thing. And remember what I always tell you: if Papa can't fix it, I can fix it so no one else can.